Don't worry. No adventures. I'm on my way. Yeah. Good morning. And welcome to Monday. Welcome to your Monday stream. On my way to Nerd Vengers Tower. And we're going to break down some hot date. Episode 5. Another classic wedding. Classic wedding. In the Game of Thrones tradition of incredible weddings happening. We're going to break it all down, man. I thought the episode was absolutely fantastic. A lot going on. A lot of crazy character stuff. We're going to get into it. We're going to check it out. We also have friggin' Andor this week. Technically tomorrow evening / Wednesday morning, depending on how you look at it. And there's even some wild Marvel news and rumors to get into. Maybe I heard something about a Doctor Doom. Maybe I'm terrified that what I heard was real, and I'm really hoping that it's not. Okay, well, I'm pulling into the tower. I'll see you in a second. Yeah. Oh, man. What's up, everybody? What up, 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 what up? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend. How was your weekend? Hope it was good. Had a pretty good one myself. Chilled a little bit. Oh, we didn't have a stream on Friday. Yeah. There was just, dude. So Luke's surgery, right? Like after his surgery, holy crap, man. We were all a little bit shaken up just because he looked like it didn't look good. He looked like Hamburglar, basically. And he's being a really big baby about everything. And so we have to kind of watch him. We have to kind of keep them separated. It was a little rough. Okay, I think he's gonna be okay. It looks a much better a few days later, but we still got to kind of keep an eye on him and everything. So I apologize to everybody about the Hamburglar. It's a McDonald's thing. Check it out. So yeah, I apologize about no stream on Friday. We should be good to go this week though. Everything should be regular. The only thing I will say about this week is that we will not be having a She-Hulk watch party. We're going to do an Andor watch party, and that watch party is going to be long, man. We're talking 3 episodes. I believe it's going to be close to an hour and 45 minutes of just content. And we're, of course, going to be talking about the episodes and breaking them down and hanging out as well. So that's going to be real crazy. There won't be a stream Wednesday morning, but Thursday morning we'll do a spoiler stream talking about Andor, maybe some other news, depending on what happens. But no She-Hulk watch party this week. We'll be back to doing She-Hulk watch parties next week, and I'm going to attempt to do watch parties for Andor and watch parties for She-Hulk. There's only, I believe, what episode are we on She-Hulk? What was the last one? 5? What was the last week? I believe we only have 4 more weeks left of She-Hulk. Last week was 6? What? 4 episodes left of She-Hulk. Right. So we'll have 3 weeks after this week of She-Hulk, I believe. Okay, 6 is next. Yeah, that's a lot of watch parties for sure. So we'll definitely look, we're going to make an attempt. Okay, I can't promise anything. And the hope would be for me, of course, that Andor is so damn good. Which, you know what? We're going to talk a little bit about Andor today. We're going to talk a lot more about Andor probably on Nerd Theory. And in tomorrow's stream, maybe we'll do a little last-minute predictions for Andor. But the hope for me would be that Andor's so dope that, you know, that would kind of carry us through, and I would be so excited to do those watch parties and hang out that'll be fine. And then She-Hulk, like, I don't know, man. I'm assuming She-Hulk is going to be better, and I'm assuming that the last few episodes, at the very least, are going to be dope, right? That's kind of the hope for me, is that at least the last couple of weeks of She-Hulk, did I say Andor? I'm all over the place. That She-Hulk will be much, much better. You know, the discussions around She-Hulk, you know, interesting to exhausting. And I think that, you know, I saw a video that Rob made from Comics Explained, and he kind of just said, like, you know, this show really isn't made for us. And that's kind of what I've been saying and feeling for some time, and I'm not going to, like, get all butthurt about it, but at the same time, like, yeah, that seems pretty obvious that it's not made for us. So I'm a little conflicted on, like, how do you cover a show like that, and what should I do moving forward with it, right? Because I know many of you guys really, really enjoy She-Hulk. I find it to be pretty boring, and not a lot's going on, and there's just stuff in there that I think is aimed at a very female audience, a female perspective, and I'm just not really feeling it. You know what I mean? Not really feeling it. So we'll move forward and see what we can do with that. But regardless of all of that, let's talk some Hot D. Okay, let's break down the Hot D. Let's have a nice discussion about the Hot D. Then we'll talk about Doctor Doom rumors. Then maybe we'll talk a little bit about Andor, okay? Okay, so first of all, let's get into the Hot D here. Here's what I'd like to know. What did you guys think of this episode? Give me your score out of 10. What's your score for Hot D episode 5? And I also can't believe that we're already 5 episodes in. You know what I mean? Like, legitimately, cannot believe it. 9, 5, 9, 8, 9, 9, 9. Damn, those are some high scores, dude. 10, 10, 9. I can't believe that we're already 5 episodes into this show. And I just want to say, like, my personal feelings here are that, like, Game of Thrones is back, and maybe better than ever. That's right, I said it. And I don't know if that's a wild take. I don't know if people agree, disagree, or whatever. I genuinely feel like this is top tier Thrones, possibly better than it ever was. Legitimately. And one of the things that's, I mean, like, oh man, like, I have not liked a show like this in some time, right? Like, this reminds me of Raised by Wolves. Like, I'm like really, really into it. First couple of seasons of, you know, Game of Thrones, the Daredevil show. I'm trying to think, maybe Invincible season 1, maybe The Boys season 1, like a couple of seasons that just grip me, and I can't wait to watch the next one. Every week, you know, we're so excited to get ready for the show, to watch the show, and it has delivered, and it's just kind of mind-blowing. Like, I guess if you would have told me, right, before the show came out, that this is where we would be and where the fan base would be, I almost wouldn't have believed it. You know what I mean? Like, I almost wouldn't have believed it. Moss, dude, same. And I'll go over that for sure in a little bit here, but yeah, same. It is so good, so compelling. And what's interesting is, if you've, like, either read the books or done what I did and watched, like, every single video that's on the internet about this shit, you know where a lot of this is going, right? You know where a lot of this is going. And yet, this sort of dance that is going on right now of the different relationships and the build of different characters, it's like top tier. It is so fascinating. It is so intriguing. And I also feel like this show is a little bit more tasteful than Game of Thrones. And it's like, because look, Dan and Dave did some shit that was like fucking crazy, right? And George is like a big perv and like very much pushing the limits in his books. Like, if you've read some of the stuff in George's books, like, holy shit, dude, this dude is, you know, he's kind of fucked up, right? He's almost like a weeb version of Stephen King, because Stephen King put some really fucked up shit in his books, okay? Like, parts of it, I mean, like, we don't even want to talk about certain things that Stephen King has written, right? But yeah, George has that same kind of a vibe where he, like, writes really grotesque, like, pushing the limits, like, kind of stuff, right? This show is doing it. It's touching all of those bases, and yet I feel as though it is a little bit more tactful and a little bit more like, it's less gross. You know what I mean? Like, it's less right in front of your face, like horror grindhouse type movie. Like, as an example, you know, when Damon walks up to his wife after the accident with the stone and they just cut away. And then later on it talks about how she was, you know, she was paralyzed and also smashed her head on a rock. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. It's like, it's just a little bit more clean, and yet it still has all of the tension. It's kind of amazing, in my opinion here. And I think, you know, again, one of the things that's just so intriguing is kind of knowing where some of this goes. It's crazy because, like, you're starting to see the seeds of the different conflicts and the different things that are going to happen. And, like, with, for instance, the green dress, right? Which Moss talked about. You know, the greens versus the blacks. That's a whole thing. You know what I mean? And, you know, Sir Criston Cole, his role in this episode and his role moving forward. What's up, pretty Nikki? Good to see you. These kind of things. Very, very intriguing, okay? So we start with a shot here of, you know, what does he call her? The bronze bitch? Damon's wife. This dude comes up later as well, but he's having like a, you know, little discussion here. And then she's out. Now, she sees Damon just hooded, chilling out in the Vale. Question for the class. Do you guys think that Damon arrived here to kill her? Did he arrive here with the intent of killing her? Because in the books, it is implied that Damon was not here. He could not have been here. She falls off her horse. She's like in bed for 9 days or whatever, and then she recovers, and then she wakes up and passes out. It's possible that Damon, I think, was there when she passes out, and then maybe there's like the idea that he killed her then, but he wasn't there for the accident in the books. Yeah, and so it's kind of interesting, right? A lot of people are conflicted on this. Like, did he show up here with the intent of harming her? I mean, he definitely looks ominous, right? But the way the scene plays out is kind of intriguing because, first of all, yo, she earned that name. She is kind of a bitch, yo. Low-key. I'm not trying to be rude, but this bitch right here, this fucking bitch right here, she's being a real bitch about it, you know what I mean? She's kind of pretty shitty with him, okay? She goes for her bow first. Okay? She goes for her bow. And then the question is, like, after she goes for the bow, which, hang on, let me try a thing here to get back to the exact moment. Did Damon push the horse? Or was he trying to stop the horse, right? She goes for the bow. And then the horse goes like this. He grabs it like this, okay? Was he trying to help? Or was he like, yo, bitch, you about to be smashed by your own horse? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. He pushes it over. Oh, okay. What do you guys think? Should we go to the polls? Should we go to the polls? Let's go to the polls, man. Let's make everybody that's tabbed out at work get back in here and get caught by their boss. Boom. He may have had something in his hand to agitate the horse. Maybe. Doesn't look like he has anything. But he could have made a sudden movement. Let's see here. He's definitely like, dude, it's the way it's very, and this is why I think, again, I think the show is so fucking intriguing. Because even the way they're taking things from the book that could be just shot and directed in such a way that it's like, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. But instead, they are choosing to focus on character. Instead, they're trying to put mystery into it. You know what I mean? She's like, why are you even here, dude? Now, he does begin to move forward. And he's definitely doing something with the horse, right? Like, and the horse is backing up. But he's got that hand out like that. I don't know, man. It's definitely tense. He doesn't have anything in his hand there. Dude, and like Matt Smith does this incredible thing where you really can't tell. Like, I almost get a vibe of sincerity from him in this scene. I almost think he's actually here to try to work it out. Do you know what I mean? Could it be the smell of Caraxes that that's possible. That's kind of intriguing. I mean, I low-key thought to myself, I was like, what if he was just like Dracarys, and then like Caraxes' head like came over and was like and like flamed her. But then I think that would be pretty obvious what happened, right? Okay, so then she reaches. He definitely sees that she reaches. Weekend good, fam good, Mandalore. Appreciate you, brother. And then this right here. What's the deal with this? I mean, he doesn't seem like he's... I don't know, bro. It's just very weird the way that it's shot, because you kind of can't tell if he did this or she did this. And even right here, like, what's going on in this motherfucker's head, dude? He's just like, Jesus Christ. Like, what is he thinking here? Is he like, I can't catch a fucking break? What the fuck? Or is he like, success? Great success. You know what I mean? But this is why, like, he's such a rogue. He's so, like, kind of unknowable in some of his, like, motivations and stuff. And he proves that she's, she's paralyzed. Okay. And then he like goes to leave, right? And then she's basically like, you can't finish, you know what I mean? Which is like, a double entendre, of course. But like, what's the deal here? Was he going to go up to the castle and get help? You know what I mean? Like, holy shit, we don't know. But regardless, what a crazy way to open the episode, okay? Then we get Rhaenyra, her father, Sir Criston Cole, and a bunch of other people, sailing. The king's having a real rough go of it, right? And I think, like, again, the way that they're playing this is that the responsibilities of being king, the throne itself, literally killing Viserys, ripping him apart. You know what I mean? And it's sort of meant to show, like, just kind of how weak he now is. He has to go sail to this place to try to get the marriage proposal. Like, in the past, or like under normal circumstances, like, Lord Corlys would come to the Red Keep, but that's not what happens here. Rhaenyra sees that her father is not doing so hot, you know what I mean? And a lot of these things are just kind of being set up. Now, this is a really interesting scene as well, which I think will obviously come back in the future of the show. But, Sir Arthur Hightower is leaving. He doesn't want to chill here. I think by all rights he could have stayed. He's just no longer the hand. But he's so slighted that he's like, fuck that. I'm out. You know what I mean? And the thing he says here to Alicent is true. Otto. Did I call him Arthur? Otto. I'm going to fuck these names up. Just guarantee that. 100% guarantee that. I can't even pronounce like regular ass names, dude. And people get so mad at me. But it's true. So what he says here to Allison, I think, is going to really echo into the conflict that's coming up, right? He basically said, if Rhaenyra becomes the queen, it means war. And a lot of people are not going to like that, and they're going to want to support Aegon. And if you want to play nice, Rhaenyra, in order to strengthen her claim, she might kill you and your children. And you can kind of already see like that wedge is kind of being created between the king, his heir, and the people that support Aegon. And apparently in the books, Otto is way more vocal about Aegon being king. And nobody wants to listen. And this is actually the reason that the king kicks his ass out or makes him no longer the hand. Because he's like, bro, you are so obviously just all about Aegon. But here's what's really weird about it, right? And this actually happens in the show quite a bit, right? Dude. Like, on the one hand, is it kind of fucked up that they wouldn't embrace a female for the leader? 100%. But isn't it also, like, true that because they won't, this will create war? The irony is that things and the realm would probably just be better off if Viserys just named Aegon heir. Do you know what I mean? And there's another moment like this that's going to come up later with Sir Criston Cole and Rhaenyra, where he wants to like run away with her. And like, honestly, that would have been better than what ends up happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's what's so wild. That's one of the things that I really like about the show is that, like, dude, Otto's not wrong. You know what I mean? Like, he's legitimately not wrong with what he's saying. He's like, dude, if this goes down the way it's going to go down with Rhaenyra, it will mean war. And if you want to actually protect your children, you've got to put them on the throne. And you've got to, like, figure that shit out. Right? Wild. And I think the threat of her children being killed really does... It really does take her to the next level. It creates the catalyst for her showing up in the green dress later, okay? So then he rolls up, you know, to this island to where Lord Corlys is. And what's this place called? The Bright Mart, I believe. Pretty cool freaking castle. And nobody's there to greet him, dude. Again, like, what disrespect, dude? Like, it's so crazy. Like, nobody's there to meet him. The hand is, like, saying something. He's all pissed off or whatever. But Viserys kind of knows. He's like, nah, man, we ain't got it like that. Like, we gotta get in there and figure it out. Like, whatever. Let's just get it going. Okay? And there's already tension. And he's like, whatever. Let's just go. So... we then cut into a really good scene. Dude, I love this scene. And I love this character. So, what's his name? Loras, I believe. This guy. Can I put closed captioning on? Let's put the subtitles on so I actually know what the fuck I'm talking about here. Right? Isn't that his name? What's his name? And I love the image of the weirwood crying the blood. So interesting. And he makes this allegory to this flower thriving in its non-native environment to Alicent. And I don't think it's lost on her, right? I think she gets it. I think she gets what he's saying. They have an interesting little conversation about like the hand and now his father's hand. And he basically starts to play this like little finger role where he's going to explain that Rhaenyra was given a tea by the Grand Maester himself after the night of the allegations. Okay, so he sort of plants this seed in Alicent's head about what's happening. Now, this part was kind of interesting. They're not even allowed in, right? The king then passes on the walls these 9 different... These all are to commemorate the 9 different voyages that Kolis went on that basically gained him all the notoriety and the wealth of his house. And I mean, I kind of wish they would explain a little bit more of this. Like, I think it's kind of left upon you to, like, understand the lore and get the of it. But this dude was a badass, bro. Like, this dude went on all these crazy voyages, you know, sailed further east than I think any other person has ever sailed, has learned countless things. And there's a thread here that connects him to the dude in the final seasons of Game of Thrones, the Iron Islands guy. Because in the books, that guy also sails all around the world. He's got this crazy horn that supposedly controls dragons and shit like that. And so I'm like, man, that's really wild. Like, I wish this was just explored a little bit more, but it is cool, a cool visual nonetheless. King comes in, and they have a really interesting conversation about the arrangement and about what's going on, okay? And so it is basically... Oh, and this is actually, yeah, the Greyjoy dude. This is actually really important. He is the one to tell the king that Daemon's wife is dead. Like, crazy. The high tide, that's what it's called. Yeah, crazy, okay? So, they basically propose the thing. Now, what he wants out of this is that they would keep their name. And the king says, yeah, they can keep their name, but whichever one of them ascends the throne, because Rhaenyra will be heir, whichever one becomes king after that will take the name Targaryen. And they're like, cool, that's a fair compromise or whatever. Yeah, it's all fine. It's all well and good. Now, his wife, again, this is just so fascinating to me, dude. His wife, who is the cousin of the king, right? She legitimately knows that this is a horrible idea, that they're basically putting a target on his back and that it's essentially really dangerous for him. Probably mostly because he is gay. And he doesn't even really like hide that he's gay. That's the other thing that's really interesting is like pretty much everybody knows it. I mean, Rhaenyra knows it. Everybody knows it. She grew up with him, so perhaps she's just been around him enough to like kind of understand it. But I felt like this whole scene here was kind of interesting because she's saying like, look, man, you've got your taste. I've got my taste. I say, let's just do what we've got to do for our houses, for the realm. But then we can just have our arrangement where we both kind of get our own thing going on, okay? And it's crazy because it is actually a fantastic arrangement for both of them. And then, yeah, this is the scene where she's like trying to warn him and she's like, this is a bad idea. And this is another thing that's so crazy is that she's saying, essentially, this shit ain't going to go well with Rhaenyra. And Kolis takes this stance of like, I want to right that wrong. And I'm sure many of us in the audience feel that same way as well, where we're like, no, it's not right. Like, you know, a female should be able to rule. It's fine, whatever. But it's also just true. And if you know where this goes, tragically true, just how much bloodshed and horrible shit is going to happen because of Viserys' decision. Which, at some level... Viserys just did this to spite Daemon. You know what I mean? And I think he's just trying to kind of make it make sense and do the right thing by his daughter. But I mean, he did kind of fuck up. You know what I mean? And it's so funny because he's so happy. Like, he's so happy about the arrangement. He's so pumped at what it means for his station, for his family, for everything, etc. And Moms is over here and she's like, yo, your son is gay. That's going to put... People are probably going to find out, considering the thing that's going on with Rhaenyra. Also, we're putting him in a position where half the realm, after she ascends to the throne, is going to want to kill her and kill him. This is a bad idea. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, again, the tragic nature of all of this. Because you can feel the human... you can feel the human elements out of all of this. Okay, and this is the kissing night, right? The lover and sworn protector of Rhaenyra. And again, as this character points out to him, this is the best we probably could have done, bro. Like, this is the best. You get to do your thing. She gets to do her thing. I mean, this could have been way worse for us, essentially. And that's true. Okay? At least it was true before the wedding, right? And then you have this scene, right? With Sir Criston Cole. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing here because there's some people that are like real anti Sir Criston Cole and that think that he lost it. You know what I mean? He got some princess loving. Let's just say it that way. And then he lost his fucking mind. And that he's a stage 5 clinger. What do you guys think? Do you think that that's what happened? Do you think this dude just lost it? What do you think? Yeah. What do you think? Sex turned him crazy? See? Maybe? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could have. I mean, look, we don't know what it was like, okay? They cut away. It was too early. We don't know. Sometimes, you know, it is that good. You know what I mean? And sometimes it does drive you a little crazy, okay? This has happened before. You know, crimes of passion, etc., right? But if I'm being honest, dude, I feel bad for Sir Criston Cole. Okay? He was borderline assaulted by Rhaenyra. Now, I know eventually he said yes and he was down with it. But he resisted a couple of different times. You know what I mean? When she approached him. Which is a little bit different in the show than what happened in the books. He's basically forced by his boss to engage in activities that, at least initially, he did not want any part of and thought was a terrible idea. And he makes her this offer, right? Like, yo, if you really want love, go marry me for love and let's GTFO. Let's get out of here. And it's another one of those tragic moments because, dude, everybody would have been better off. Rhaenyra would be better off. The realm would be better off. Alicent would be better off. All of their children would be better off. Everybody would be better off if she had actually just left with Sir Criston Cole. But nah. You know what I mean? She doesn't really want that. And apparently in the books, she's even more vicious when she rebukes him here. You know, I felt like this one was fine. It made sense to me. But he can't really handle it. And I think part of it has to do with, like, his honor, right? He's so wrapped up in his honor that he really truly considers that maybe the only way he can get it back is if, like, they actually legitimately got married. Now he just feels like he's like a whore or an object that has very little honor. Almost just spilled my coffee. I gotta try to reset this. Hang on. It like froze up on me. Yeah, so he's pretty scorned, pretty butthurt about it. And he's outie. Now, Alicent comes down. She sees the king. She sees that he's about to die, basically collapsing and shit. And instead of hanging out with the king, she summons Sir Criston Cole. And I gotta tell you, dude, I did not see this shit coming. I did not see this shit coming. And perhaps it's because he was so scorned, right? Perhaps it's because he was so hurt. He lets it all out there, dude. He fucked up, dude. He fucked up bad here. You know what I mean? But he's really, really hurt. He's really scorned. And he's like, yo, yeah, this is what happened. I did it. It was me. And he's even willing to, like, die, right? He thinks he's going to die. Now, she just leaves him. And I think that the wheels are starting to turn for Alicent. And I believe that, what's his face? That Sir Criston Cole is like her ace in the hole to delegitimize Rhaenyra in the future. And you can kind of see that in the preview for next week, right? This is a long play by Alicent. And it's really interesting, okay? So then we cut to a scene here where the king, I mean, dude, it's gross, and it looks like he's dying. Now, there's also something I want to mention here, okay? Look how gross this dude is. Holy shit. This dude's falling apart, bro. I have a theory. And I have actually heard this before, but there's a theory out there that the Maesters are actually trying to tear the Targaryens down. They're trying to eliminate the dragons and stop the Targaryen dynasty. And this could even be like they could be poisoning him. And several different times throughout the series, when a certain Maester or somebody gives advice or talks about a certain treatment, the Maester in charge says no. Right? The Maester says, no, let's do this. You know what I mean? Let's do this. And in this episode, it seemed like one of them had this other idea, a possible solution, and the other guy's like, no. And it seems like this could be a thing. I wonder if they'll play on this, because I don't think this is ever explicitly played out in the books. But wouldn't it be fucking wild if the Maesters themselves have this sort of plan to destroy the Targaryen dynasty? I don't know. I think it was pretty crazy, that little moment where they had the disagreement or whatever, right? So obviously the king's in a bad place. He's asking about his legacy, and his hands kind of just telling him straight facts. There's a lot of interesting things going on here. I mean, I do feel bad for Viserys. It's kind of interesting, man. But the overall thing is, like, he is really weak. Like, it's one of those situations where, like, I do feel bad for him. I have a lot of empathy for him. I think he's actually legitimately just trying to be a good dude, trying to be a good king, but he's just, like, really weak as a leader. You know? Like, damn, dude, it's really wild. All of it's really wild. I love the couple flying up. Hey, yo, Jake! Welcome. You are a Nerdvenger now, man. Welcome. Make your way around the tower. I love the idea of these two flying in on dragons. The fleet was incredible. You know what I mean? Very, very cool. I mean, it's all beautifully shot, right? And then we have the wedding. And the wedding's really interesting. I mean, it starts out pretty standard and quickly becomes very tense. You know, you have a bunch of these different families. Everybody's showing up. There's going to be, like, a whole bunch of feasting and all this kind of shit, right? The high towers. Like, yeah, just a bunch of, like, political budding, you know what I mean? And then the Valerians. Super cool. And when Daemon rolled up, I was a little bit confused, to be honest with you. I don't know how much time has passed, but, like, wasn't Daemon, like, scorned pretty badly by the king? That's the only thing that confused me. I was like, Daemon just rolls in and everybody's just chill with it. Like, the king doesn't even really address it, you know what I mean? Especially because of the allegations and because of him knowing what Rhaenyra wants, or what he wants from Rhaenyra. Gives him a seat at the table. It's just all so weird. Like, that part of it was kind of weird to me, you know what I mean? Yeah. Now, this was a statement, dude, and the music and everything was really, really interesting. And here's the thing about this, okay? This is going to come back big time, because we're in the middle of a speech here by the king. And I think at the end of the day, one of the things that's going to delegitimize Rhaenyra is the fact that most people will think that Viserys was this weak king. He wasn't he wasn't even fully capable mentally. And so when he made the decision to make her heir, it was made by fault, and it was absolutely a mistake. And it's important, right, that Alicent comes in this moment in front of all of these lords of Westeros, because in the coming conflict, it's going to be a lot of which house is on whose side, right? And so in the middle of this, she comes in this green dress, no longer rocking the Targaryen stuff, interrupts his speech, and comes to sit at his table. I mean, damn. This will come back, and this will be very important. And by the way, Alicent is about to go on her that bitch arc, and I can't wait. Because it's going to get real savage real fast. Very impactful moment. Very impactful moment for the show. And the king can't even do his speech correctly after that. You know what I mean? And then from there, it's this big thing of tension, alcohol, and egos. The dance was cool. I liked the dance. I thought they'd be dancing all good. You know what I mean? Sir Criston Cole just sitting there in the corner fuming. This dude comes up, tries to give some static to Daemon. Daemon's like, I'm going to come take your castle, bitch. Now get the fuck out of my face. She goes to make a move on Daemon, which I thought was really cool. By the way, she grew up a lot, dude. She's looking good. And I do think they are going to end up being together, looking at the next preview, right? It's kind of wild. He's such an asshole, dude. She looks really good, though. Okay, and then these two, right? Talking about how Sir Criston Cole is the lover of his bride. You know what I mean? And it's just damn. They know each other's secrets. There's just all this tension and intrigue happening here. And then, of course, this dude just can't help himself, man. This dude just can't help himself. And he's goes up and I don't know, here's the other thing that I think is crazy. You tell me. Was this him trying to be friendly, or was he trying to be a dick here? What do you guys think? Because I could read it both ways. He's definitely overstepping his bounds. 100%. But also, I don't know if that's the worst thing ever, right? Where he comes up and he's like, yo, homie, we got something in common. We're both banging the royals. You know what I mean? And that's cool because we can keep them safe. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, right? You could read it in a lot of different ways, which is, I think, part of the intrigue and part of the joy about the show. You know? It's wild. But obviously, Sir Criston Cole, I mean, because we know where this goes, no chill is exactly right. No chill. And it probably ties back into his honor and shit like that. Okay. Now this part was very interesting and very wild. This will also come back into play. Daemon just takes her to the back of the room and in front of everybody starts having this really crazy discussion with her. And she's like, why don't you just take me then? If you really want me, why don't you just take me? And take me to the castle, force me to marry you, and stop being such a bitch. And then, you don't really see what's happening in the crowd, and then you hear this, scream or whatever. And it's Sir Criston Cole absolutely snapping and beating to death the lover of the new king. Or king-to-be, I guess, right? And so he can't even kiss her, dude. He can't even fake a kiss for the wedding behind the scenes. It's wild. They literally did. Their blood pile of his lover is feet away from him, And I love that shot of the rat, too. Where the rat is in there. Is that the very end? When was the shot of the rat? No, this... Yeah, it is. It is. The shot of the rat's at the very end. Okay, so we'll talk about this. So Criston Cole's about to kill himself just to regain his honor. He thinks it's all lost or whatever, right? And again, Alicent stops him. And then at the very end of the wedding, you see the blood. Oh, the king collapses. Which, yeah, I mean, like, he's fucking done, bro. And then we pull back, and the rat eating the blood of the lover of the homie, dude. It's just crazy, dude. I was like, wow, what symbolism? Like, crazy. You know what I mean? Crazy. And Alicent, I believe, will now have long-term leverage on Rhaenyra. Now, we just talked, we just broke it down, and yeah, obviously I really like the episode. Obviously I really like the show. But here's the question. Next week is going to be a really big test for this show. Because next week, the two younger actresses that played both Alicent and Rhaenyra are done. And we're getting older actors. Why is it like not... Yeah, that shit's annoying, dude. Just play that shit. Okay, here we go. So, he's obviously aged up quite a bit. I mean, look at the king, dude. Looks like the fucking Grim Reaper, dude. Holy shit. You know what I mean? Like, this dude not looking too great, okay? And then you have the new Alicent right there. And you have the new Rhaenyra. Bro, that is risky. And I think it's going to be like a 10-year gap or something like that. Like it's 10 years later. Holy shit. Like that's a lot of time, first of all. But also, I'm really curious as to how the audience is going to respond to these new actresses. Because, like, I love both the actresses that did Alicent and Rhaenyra. They killed it. And I think on the one hand, you could say, well, the same casting director, they must know, it must work, etc., etc. But I do think that's a very kind of a different, it's a different thing, you know? And it's going to be really interesting to see how it's pulled off and everything like that. But that's what we're in for. And we're even going to get older versions of them as well. We get a young Aegon here. A dragon roaring. Aegon fighting. Hang on. Might be kind of a savage, that Aegon. I don't know. Baby having a new dragon egg. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you never want to judge a book by its cover, but this dude seems evil as fuck to me. That is kind of an evil-looking Targaryen right there. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you get a bad vibe here? I feel like Aegon here might be a little bit of a handful, yeah. I don't know. Kind of wild. And then, yeah, it looks like Daemon and the young gal here are actually getting married and having some babies and shit. It's pretty crazy. Because she's definitely having babies. Look, a little dragon. And who's this, right? Who's this kid? And she's got another one there. Kind of wild, dude. Kind of wild here. Rhaenyra's kids. And I'm getting a big Robert Baratheon's bastard kind of vibe, right? The seed is strong. But, you know, kind of in an opposite way right here, right? Where her kids with Sir Criston Cole's are bastards. and don't look Targaryen at all. Yep. Kind of interesting, right? To have one child like this is a mistake. To have 3 is an insult. And this is the queen. Mm-hmm. And that's why I was saying that I feel Sir Criston Cole, not Criston's. Oh. Lord Strong? Bro, what? They're Harwin Strong's kids. Interesting. Okay, I just assumed they were Criston Cole's kids. So betrayed by another hand, huh? Or another hand's family. Yeah. Not good, dude. Not good. But technically, those bastards have Targaryen blood, so maybe the dragons will listen to them as well. But, like, you can see that where we're going to go from here is shit's about to get crazy, dude. Crazy. And we haven't even met some of the players that will be huge in the coming conflict. Like, the actual Dance of Dragons, I think, is going to be awesome and intense. So, yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot, man. Probably, I'd honestly have to say 10 out of 10, you know, and I'm very blown away by the quality that the show's able to continue to put out. And then how many more episodes? Right? We have, what, 5 more episodes? Because this is, I think it's 10 episodes. 10 total. Okay, yeah. Kids Dracarysing people. Oh, I know, right? I mean, honestly, dude, if this show keeps up this quality and maybe even has a couple of dips here and there, right? You could probably get away with a couple of dip episodes. I don't know. But if this show keeps up this quality for 5 more episodes, holy shit. I mean, damn, dude, this is an incredibly strong first season. And if they can keep this up for multiple seasons, which, like, dude, some of the battles that are described in the Dance of Dragons and the conflict between different people, it is so fucking intense. It's so crazy where all of this goes. It's going to get wild, dude. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It's very intense, and I think that Game of Thrones is definitely back and maybe better than it's ever been. And I'm really interested to see where they go from here. And to be honest with you, and I wonder how true this is for you guys, but to me, this show's so good that I've kind of changed my tune a little bit, even on the Jon Snow sequel. You know? Because, like, originally I'm like, Jon Snow fucking spin-off sequel after fucking Game of Thrones? Like, dude, like, I don't know. King Bran, like, shit like that, you know? But the fact that this spin-off is going to have George heavily involved, probably a lot of these same people heavily involved. I know Miguel Sapochnik is parting ways with this show. I don't know if he's still going to be involved in Game of Thrones or if he's going on to do his own thing. But regardless, man, like, all of a sudden, my anticipation of the Jon Snow show goes up quite a bit. And I'm like, damn, like, that could be really, really cool. So, and that's really interesting, too, because it's beyond what we know from the books. So a lot of interesting things, surprises, and things could happen. I'm still enjoying the heck out of, Hot D. And, yo, how many of you guys... when Sir Criston Cole was about to kill himself like a samurai, how many of you were like, dude, they're going to do this? That's not in the books, but holy shit, that would be crazy. I think there will be some changes, actually, to what goes on in the books. So I think they will... Yeah, Seppuku. I was like, damn, dude, they're going to kill him like that? That's crazy. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of intriguing stuff, and yeah, I'm having a good time with the show. It's pretty damn cool. Okay, let's shift a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about Doctor Doom. Okay, so I don't know how many of you guys saw me teasing out some stuff about Doctor Doom yesterday, but I want to kind of like thoroughly explain it and go over it with you. Okay, so hang on. Yeah. Okay, so let's just be completely honest with how all of this goes down. So, it was yesterday. I want to say it was 2 days ago. I think it was Saturday night. And I start hearing these whispers on the wind. And I honestly couldn't believe what I heard, okay? And it was that Jeff Snyder, who previously with Collider, he does his own thing right now. I forget what it's called, but we've talked about his articles and stuff like that before. Very reliable dude, has very good sources. By the way, Jeff Snyder, one of the only people that was vocal about how much of a mess he was hearing She-Hulk was going to be. You know, we talked about this. We were like, okay, freaking She-Hulk, according to Jeff Snyder, huge mess. If they can make it work, it'll be a miracle. And you know, your mileage may vary on that. I feel as though Jeff was probably correct on that. Okay, so a lot of people were saying that what Jeff said was that he had heard that Ryan Gosling was going to be Dr. Doom. That's not actually what he said. And I want to watch the podcast with John Roca. We're going to watch just a couple of minutes about it, and we'll talk about what was said in it. But this is the other side of this that's bananas to me, is when I heard this, I reached out to a few people, and dude, two really reliable people, including Dude Trust Me Bro, told me it was real. And I was like, what? No! And that is that it would be Ryan Gosling playing Doctor Doom in the MCU. So let's first listen to what these two actually said here. And I think this is the spot. Wait, what? Okay, I think it's at 49 minutes.
About my Doctor Doom tweet.
Okay, yeah, you posted your Doctor Doom tweet. You got everybody excited. You got a bunch
Dr.
of
Doom is obviously the next like Thanos. Like, you know, they want to say it's Kang, right? But it's, I mean, Kang's going to be like the mini boss.
Okay, so let's just stop right here, because that's fucking wild. I don't know about this, but I love what I'm hearing, to be honest with you, okay? So Jeff Snyder comes out, first of all, kind of hot as fuck, and saying, Doctor Doom is going to be the next Thanos. Everything that we have heard from Feige, from Marvel, from even other insiders, is that no, Kang will be the next Thanos. Jeff is saying, and I gotta be honest here, like, I don't know, is this just speculation? Does Jeff know something? Because he says, oh, hell nah, fam. It's going to be Doctor Doom. I like Kang. I really like Jonathan Majors, but I fucking love Doctor Doom. It's gonna be very difficult for me to not root for Doctor Doom to be the actual Thanos, but let's just keep going.
Okay.
Right? I mean, he's not a Thanos level foe, nor do I think Jonathan Majors is really a, Thanos level villain.
Okay.
So I think it's all about Doctor Doom, right?
I have yet to see a successful Doctor Doom on screen. So I can't 100%. No offense to Toby or Julie.
Okay, so first let's stop for a second here. Hey, Josh, I appreciate that. That's very generous, brother. I'll get into the super chats in just a second, but much love to you, man. Much love. You're going to Raw? Oh, dude, that's sick. Here's the thing. Fucking John Roca. Okay, does he have a point here? Yes. The live action versions of Doctor Doom in the past, not that great. But Doctor Doom's so fucking cool and so awesome that even though they suck, they're kind of the best parts of both of those movies. Let's keep going.
But I've yet to see a damn good Doctor Doom. So I personally am not in that camp yet until you show me A, who is cast as Doctor Doom, and then I see how Doctor Doom works in Marvel. Right now, I love Jonathan Majors. I think he's great as Kang. And in that trailer for Quantumania, he stands out like a mofo. So I don't necessarily think it's an issue to have him be the main bad villain.
You want to hear my theory?
Go.
Okay, so we're gonna watch what Jeff says here, okay? But there's a couple of different things here. First of all, how is this even a theory? And if you think about it, after he says what he says, think about it. Where's the theory element? That doesn't actually feel like there's a theory. Number two, as I've said to you guys repeatedly over the past 6 months, Marvel is cracking down on leaks so much that you're going to start seeing insiders frame things as a theory or a rumor. And even though they might know and hear it from reliable people, they actually don't want to promote it as news and they don't want to promote it as a leak. And that's because that will get them in trouble with the studios. And so instead, they're framing these things as rumors or theories. Just keep that in mind as we watch this.
Go ahead.
On who is going to be Doctor Doom.
Yeah, because you previewed Doctor Doom, and it didn't even say anything about it during the Marvel panel, which I thought was a little bit of a cheap influencer move by you. But whatever. Go ahead. Talk.
First of all, John, it 100% was.
Yeah, I know it was, motherfucker. When I saw the GIF, I was like, you cheap
I
son
tweet out a thing of Doom and everybody. Oh my God, is something with Doom coming?
And look, I'm not going to say that I did the same thing, but we got posted to the Marvel Studios spoilers yesterday, just after me like doing some teasing type stuff about Doctor Doom on there. Don't worry about it.
100%.
He must know. He's Jeff Snyder. He must know.
For the fucking clout. Busted. Okay, here's my theory.
Go ahead.
This is not news. I don't want it posed as news. I don't want it aggregated as news.
Please tweet this out, everybody.
So it's not news.
I think that your Doctor Doom has been skating around California in neon outfits.
What is that a reference to?
Yeah, well, God damn it.
I haven't seen anything like that. So
who's been skating around California in neon outfits, buddy?
I don't know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Barbie.
You think Dr. Doom is Ryan Gosling, or you think it's Margot Robbie? Ryan Gosling?
What the fuck, dude? Like, Roka, come on, man. What the fuck? You're going to cause Jeff an aneurysm, dude.
Gosling. Interesting. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. He almost said, I don't like it. And to be honest with you, I don't like it either. In fact, let's go to the polls while we finish this up. And I'd like to know. Ryan Gosling as Dr. Doom. Yes or no? Yes or no? Just let me know. What do you think?
Interesting.
The Gray Man is like another chapter in this dude's career.
Yeah.
And you know what the chapter is? It's the chapter that says, a papa gotta get paid. Okay? That's what it is. It is Ryan Gosling who has resisted. You can rest assured he's been approached by Marvel and DC.
I believe that. I believe he's been approached.
Resisted all over.
In fact, here's another thing. I'm kind of salty on Dude Trust Me Bro, because Dude Trust Me Bro told me a couple of weeks ago that Gosling was likely to be Wonder Man. Probably just in time. And I've told you guys this before, but when Marvel looks at an actor, it's a variety of roles. I mean, even Giancarlo Esposito recently talked about how there's talk of this, there's talk of that, and there's talk of Professor X. When they approach these actors, they approach them usually with options. Okay? But let's keep going.
Now he's got kids, right?
Yeah.
He's doing Gray Man movies, universes now with like scripts that are bad. I mean, I actually thought Gray Man was okay. I didn't mind the movie at all, but
I haven't seen
bad.
I think Gray Man is the movie that made me get over the Russo brothers not directing Secret Wars, because that movie is booty cheeks, dude.
So if he's ready to do something like that, I could see him doing a superhero movie. So now we're talking Marvel, DC. I think he would do Marvel.
Yeah.
Because DC is horrible.
Right.
And I don't think that Ryan Gosling loves being the hero.
Ooh.
I think he has a darkness about him. We know this, right? I think we know this from his choices.
Yeah.
I think they would be very lucky to have him.
I agree.
And I think that is my prediction, that Ryan Gosling will be Dr. Doom.
All right. Well, let's hit some more of these stories before we get to the last Streamlabs Super Chats. We're already at 4:50.
So, dude, okay. Now, when you watch that, again, I don't really see the theory aspect of it. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, like, how is that a theory? So, Marvel and DC have approached him. He has kids, so he wants to do superhero movies, which I guess kind of makes sense because a lot of these people, like for instance, Christian Bale, Robert Redford, a lot of these people, it's just their kids. Their kids want to see them in a Marvel movie, so they do it, okay? I think even Cate Blanchett did it for the same reason. Yeah, okay, fair. And he doesn't love being the hero. Okay, like, how do any of those things take you to Doctor Doom? Like, that feels like such a ridiculous leap to me, such a crazy leap, that I actually can't believe that it's a theory. I'll tell you what I think. I think Jeff knows that one of the characters that Gosling is in deep talks for is actually Doctor Doom. And in fact, if Ryan Gosling is Doctor Doom, there's a bunch of people that already know it. And he's already either did ADR or actual shooting for Wakanda Forever. Okay? Now, again, this in and of itself does not prove anything. It's not even really a scoop. Again, Jeff is saying it's not news, etc., etc. But before I even saw this, I reached out. And again, 2 people told me it's real. And I was like, what? And my first reaction was, no, 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 no. But I think that the best, most honest thing that I can say is that it's either one of the roles that they are looking at for him, or he is legitimately going to be Doctor Doom. So, yeah, I don't know. Let's discuss. I mean, 68% of you guys say no on him for Doctor Doom. Here's my question. Like, what is it about Gosling that makes him a no for you on this? Do you know what I mean? Like, can you pin it to something? Can you, like, explain what it is? Like, what do you think? I think a lot of us have a vision of him as being, like, kind of, like, I don't know, like, floaty to, like, happy and funny and shit. Like, I think of The Nice Guys that he did with Russell Crowe. You know what I mean? And I just, like, that character, like, if you pop the Doom mask off and it's like that character, I'm gonna freak the fuck out. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, I mean, he's been in Drive, right? And he was crazy good in that and not comedic. He's in the new Blade Runner, and he's really good in that. I actually turned the Gray Man off, so I don't know if I even remember Gosling in the Gray Man, but maybe I could check it out again and see, like, what Jeff is talking about as far as his performance in that film, right? You know, the other thing I'll say is, like, he doesn't seem Eastern European enough for me. I don't know what Ryan Gosling's actual nationality is, but to me, you know, I'm thinking of like, you know, a Javier Bardem or fucking even Cillian Murphy's a little bit too Western European. I don't know, man. Like, he seems a little too pretty boy. You know? He's Canadian? Oh my God. Canadian Doctor Doom. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I don't know. All we can say is for now, it's just a rumor. You know what I mean? Nothing's confirmed. I definitely hope that it's not true, that it's not real. If it is real, I'm going to try to go into it with a really open mind. And the casting in the MCU thus far has really never failed us. You know what I mean? Like, the casting for the MCU has been super on point. So we would just have to wait and see. I hope for God's sakes that he actually has some kind of an accent or some kind of, like, you know, voice for it, right? Like an actual Doctor Doom voice. And also, who knows? Maybe this version of Doom is actually not going to be scarred and not wear the mask all the time. Like, after Hickman's Secret Wars, Doom remains a big player in Marvel and does not have the scars. And he's seen often just in a suit, you know, like that. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. And so, yeah. All right, let's talk just briefly here. Let's talk about Andor. Okay, we'll talk about Andor briefly, and then we'll get into the Q&A, okay? Andor. I gotta be honest with you guys here. After I made my Andor video, I was super triggered. And I'm trying not to do anything too rash. You know, I've been under a lot of stress. I've had a lack of sleep, you know. So we don't want to do anything too rash here. But I just honestly, like, can't stand Star Wars fans. Sorry, I said it, okay? I can't stand y'all. I can't stand you. Having said that, I'm trying to go into Andor with a complete open mind. And I hope for all of our sakes that Andor slaps and is really, really good, and we can all just celebrate it and get hyped up about it. Because, oh my God. You know, I tried to bring up the fact that I think the show shouldn't disregard things like Easter eggs, connective tissue, and fan fun. And it should try to achieve this new tone and be very gritty and be real and all that, while also still having awesome stuff for the fans to sink their teeth into. Okay? And the amount of people that were like, basically, you don't like story, do you? You know, like that motherfucker, like that kind of attitude, that kind of energy coming from the Star Wars fan base. I was just like, holy shit, dude. Holy shit. I just don't know if I can handle y'all. So I'll tell you this. If Andor is not good, and I don't think it's good, and I've got to hear from a bunch of whiny fucking Star Wars fans as to why I don't actually get Star Wars, I'm not a real fan, and why the shit's actually dope, I'm just done, dude. Like, I'm just done. Like, I don't know if I could do it anymore. It's just too much. It's too much. So again, I'm hopeful, man, and like I've got a feeling it's gonna be awesome, and I've got a feeling that I'm gonna be like, let's go, you know what I mean, and really, really excited about it. But if not, then I'll save all of my Star Wars conversations for Nerd Theory, and I just won't cover Star Wars, at least until like Mandalorian or some shit comes out that I really like, right? Because, like, I feel like everybody that got excited about the Tales of the Jedi trailer, which I think was most of the Star Wars fan base, right? Unless you're like already just so burnt that you can't get excited for Star Wars in general. I think most people got really excited for Tales of the Jedi, and yet I don't feel like people can understand why that shit works and why it's so damn cool. It's because it's all like stuff that's, I don't want to say it's fan servicey, but it's like the interest of fans. It's things that we care about, like lightsaber fights, Ahsoka, the Jedi, all of these different things. And I'm sure the tone of Andor is going to be really, really cool. But I just can't promise you that it's going to feel enough like Star Wars for me where I'm going to actually be as into it as I would be about like a Dave Filoni Star Wars project. You know what I mean? I think that's the best way that I can say it. So, we'll see. You know what I mean? I think tomorrow's going to be really interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes down. How do we feel about it? But damn, Star Wars, you are we're not on good terms, you and I. You know what I mean? I would literally rather just talk about Marvel. Like literally just 100% talk about Marvel. I find the fans to be much more chill, actually excited, less divisive. The speculation, way more fun. It's just way better, dude. You know what I mean? Just way better. So, we shall see soon. We shall see soon. You enjoying Rings of Power more than Star Wars? I think Rings of Power is like one of the most boring shows I've ever seen. And it feels like a show that doesn't want people to like it. Like, it feels like it's so badly written that it's daring you not to like it. And to be honest with you, I'm actually not trying to talk a lot about Rings of Power. I understand the discourse. I understand how toxic it can be. I didn't tweet about the 4th episode. I didn't tweet about it at all. I thought about throwing a tweet up that was like, dude, this shit's boring. And I was like, it's not even worth it. I don't care. I'd rather just not talk about it than like get into like a toxic discussion about it, because I really think it's bad. And I actually think it's mind-blowing that Amazon would spend the amount of money that they did on a show that is just not adequate. Like, it's just not adequate, dude. Anyway, okay, stop. You're forcing me to get toxic. Okay, let's get into the super chats, member chats, and the chat, okay? Dan McDonald, first in today, says, did you hear Andor may drop early because of all 3 episodes? Oh, no, I didn't, but that would be sick, actually, if it dropped early. So I wouldn't have to get up early in the morning. That would be nice. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that's real now. Mosmos says, I slow clap for Allison Hightower. Apparently, I'm Team Green. Let's go! I'm Team Green, too. I like Rhaenyra a lot. This is why the show, I think, is so good, and why the fan discussions around the show is so interesting, because you can like all the characters and also hate all the characters. Like, I low-key really like Rhaenyra. She's also an idiot, and she's gonna fuck everything up and get a lot of people killed. You know what I mean? So it's like it's tough, because like I really like her, but she's also the worst, and she shouldn't be the ruler. You know what I mean? So it's fascinating, dude. I love the layers to the show, for sure. C-Dub says, so in the books, dragons eat horses a lot. It is said they are scared of even the smell of dragons. Daemon knew that he smelled like his dragon. Ooh, I like that. Yo, that is actually really interesting. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why he like holds up his hand like that, huh? Wow. Interesting. Mandalore says, hello there, man. How was the weekend? How's the fam? Oh, it was good, man. Had a good weekend. Elijah says, if you had to bet money, who do you think is Disney's next big IP purchase? And PSA, don't open your third eye after touching your brown eye because of germs. Yeah, that's how you get pink eye, even in your third eye. I don't think Disney's buying any more IP, dude. I mean, I could be wrong, and maybe it'll be DC. I mean, did you guys hear the story about how a lot of people in Hollywood speculate that in about 3 years, Zaslav's gonna sell DC to Comcast? and round we go. Holy shit, dude. Warner Brothers, man. Wow. Disney ain't ever going to stop buying IP. Well, here's the thing about that, Harris. Disney actually is not known for buying IP. In fact, for most of the existence of the company, they didn't purchase IP at all. It was actually Bob Iger and Iger's legacy that made the purchases of Pixar, purchased Marvel, and purchased Star Wars. That was a Bob Iger thing. And I think it's pretty obvious that Iger and Chapek see things very differently. So I don't actually know that they will be purchasing any IP. I almost wouldn't be surprised if in a couple of years they sold some IP. Hopefully Star Wars, sell it. Okay, let's see here. Jake, welcome to the Nerd Vengers. You are a Nerd Venger now. And then we've got Josh I, very generous, $20 holla, says, Hot D was dope. I saw the Cyberpunk anime on Netflix was fire. Oh, and I'm taking the wife and kids to WWE Monday Night Raw tonight. We are so pumped, as always. We appreciate you, man. P.S. Take my money, brother. Josh I, thank you so much. That's very generous. I hope you guys have a blast at Raw. Man, we used to watch... before the pandy hit and ruined all this shit, we were watching local wrestling, dude. It was so cool, dude. Live wrestling, and my buddy brought his kid, and it was really, really funny because like the faces would be all nice to his kid, and then the heels would be all like mean to the kid and shit like that, just to kind of add it to the flavor of the fan base and everything. It was really, really interesting. The Cyberpunk anime on Netflix is amazing. Bruh. If you love anime, you've been waiting for a new fix, a new cool show. Oh my god, dude, check it out. It's Studio Trigger. It's absolutely incredible. It's canon to the universe. Phenomenal anime. I haven't finished it, but damn is it cool. I love that anime, so I highly recommend it. Check it out. Miss Piero Jr., a member for 12 months, says, damn, now that you hate Star Wars, can you talk more about these badass shows on Amazon like Invincible? I'm reading the comics and they're great. Yeah, for sure, man. I definitely want to get into the habit of trying to touch on other cool nerdy things as well. Right now, my brain is just like so wrapped up and focused on like the Marvel stuff as we head towards Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars and whatnot. But yeah, we'll introduce some more stuff like that. Like maybe we'll even do watch parties for Invincible Season 2. You know what I mean? Because, like, yeah, that show's dope, bro. Elijah says, with the 10 spot, says, totally support your desire to watch good Star Wars content. If Andor is trash, don't cover Disney trash. Disney can't force you to eat their shit. The fans are making good Star Wars content for you to enjoy later. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on with the fans, for sure, man. I just shared this out. In fact, maybe I should show you guys this, just because it's so mind-blowing to me. Let me see if I can find it on my Twitter. Oh, yeah. I want to show you guys this. Just I think it's super cool. And we got to be careful because we still could get copy struck because of the music here. But just check this out. I watch the copyright thing here. I'm just gonna skip ahead a little.
The key to hunting Jedi is patience.
Yeah, so he took this.
Jedi cannot help what.
I mean, look at this. He fixed the brother and he fixed the Grand Inquisitor.
Their compassion leaves a trail.
Like, it's just wild, right? It's definitely not perfect, but dude, so much better than what we got, you know? And like a lot of these different effects and things that he's doing here, he's just cleaning stuff up. And, you know, I've been messing around with like AI art. And like, dude, I'm just telling y'all, like, very soon, you are going to be able to create immaculate stuff very easily, very cheaply. It's pretty crazy. I hate Star Wars. Proceeds to find cool Star Wars vids. Look, I love Star Wars, Harris. I just don't love how Disney is treating Star Wars right now. I don't. And also the fans are whiny. Star Wars fans are whiny, dude. Holy shit. Bunch of whiners. Bunch of whiners. Okay, anyway. Let's keep going here. Mike says, member for 27 months. What do you think about Vigo as Doom? I hope you and the fam are getting some rest and hope the pup is doing okay. Nerd Venge for life. Yeah, man, we're a little worried about Luke. We're going to keep an eye on him. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, family and everything's cool. Look, it's hard, dude. I don't know if y'all knew this, but being first-time parents with a newborn is hard. It's challenging. In fact, I'll go as far as to admit more challenging than I thought it would be. Yeah, more challenging. Yeah. So just in case you were wondering, it's a little difficult, guys. Okay, other thing. Vigo as Doom. I love Vigo as Doom. I think that would be great. I just haven't heard anything about Vigo even being interested or being in talks or anything like that. So, yeah, Vigo Mortensen actually was a pick I had a long time ago. I think he would be great as Doctor Doom. So, we'll just have to see. Mandalore says, taking the pup out for a walk and she lays a steamy pile of poop right when you start talking about Disney Star Wars. What a good girl. Jesus. Matthew says, member for 10 months, Team Black all day. Dude, once the actual conflict starts up, we should probably make like Team Black, Team Green shirts. You know what I mean? And that'll be kind of interesting. That'll be kind of fun. Yeah, we'll have to see. And then Frostrodamus says, did you watch Primal? What an epic series. I'm sad it's over. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like Primal. Primal good, dude. Look at this. 64% of people say no to Gosling as Doom. Wild. But yeah, Primal's pretty good. They got a second season coming out too, huh? Is Liam the heir to the Den of Nerds channel? I mean, maybe down the line if he wants to, but I don't know about that. Josh, can you say yeah, please? What do you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Wait, let's get a reverb on that. Something like that. Elijah, holy shit, very generous $20 holler says, I said this 6 months ago. Maybe now the timing is better. In the name of better Star Wars content, can you, in theory, use your leverage to make a gathering place for fans with film skills to find each other and make movies? Hashtag unity. I don't know, man. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I appreciate the support. I don't know. I will say this. I don't think we can do that anytime soon. I think that Theory and myself are both like trying to do everything we can personally do to create our own stuff, and like it's just challenging. Like I know he's looking for a bunch of people for his projects. I'm actively looking to get other people, which by the way, if anybody in the chat or if you know anybody, I actually do have another project that I'm working on that would be something close to like my version of Star Wars. It's very different than Star Wars, but it involves similar elements. It's almost like Star Wars and Dragon Ball Z kind of combined, right? But I actually would love to possibly go right into animation with it and make an animated short and then see if we could get it funded and do like an actual like show or maybe a full movie or something, right? But I know that we're both already doing that, and perhaps like down the line, I could see a scenario where we've gathered all these resources and we know all these people and we could group people together and create what you're talking about, Elijah. But I just don't know that right now is the time. You know what I mean? Because I have a lot on my plate. I know he has a lot on his plate, and so it would be pretty difficult to try to organize something like that. Yeah. So that's kind of my answer. Vessel says, Disney made his name trademarking IP in revenge effort against Universal stealing Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Wait, what? What are you talking about, dude? Wait. What are you talking about? Whose name? What are you talking about? Disney made his name trademarking IP in a revenge effort against Universal, stealing the Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. Huh? What? Huh? I've sent a message on Discord. What DMs do you check regarding artists? Probably Twitter. Probably Twitter's the best way. Twitter or Discord. You did send me something on Discord? Yeah. Josh, would you watch trash Superman movie or a dope Blue Beetle movie? I'd probably watch either. Probably watch both. I mean, I hope Blue Beetle's dope, dude. Like, I like that kid, and I think Blue Beetle's cool. The Scarab's kind of a cool concept, you know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta show you this meme. This is so good. This is good, dude. Yo, what do you guys think of Modern Warfare 2? All that shit. Look at this. Viserys after every episode. This is great, dude. That's fucking great, dude. Oswald was Mickey before Mickey? Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty true. Yo, let me show you a couple pieces, because I've been like... So I have this idea, right, for this like crazy story and this crazy lore. And I've been making some pieces using either the AI art, or sometimes I'll use the AI art and also some Photoshop skills. Just show you a couple images here and see what you guys think. Maybe that's all I'll show for now. But I find it to be pretty cool. Like, I have this story and this like lore in mind, right? And then I'll work on the image generators to like create an image that sort of matches up with what I think, and it like helps me to like inform myself for like more of the lore and more of the story. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of like UE5 for sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. 20th Archimus says, your hair on point today, my man. Otto Hightower's speech to Allison was almost poetic. If fans gave a masterclass on Shakespeare acting, also, Lars Strong is essentially Kevin Spacey from Unusual Suspects, or Usual Suspects. Holy shit! Yo, I heard that Lars Strong is a big freaking deal, and he'll be really important moving forward for sure. And yeah, dude, I'm loving the show, dude. I love the intrigue. I really do. I'm thinking about starting to make videos. Maybe I'll make a few preview videos for the last couple of weeks of House of the Dragon. And then maybe we can just kind of start covering it more, like putting it into rotation with the different videos. We'll see. And also, thank you so much for the kind words about my hair. Yeah, I definitely took a little extra time and tried to make myself not look ugly. So, thanks. Did I just ruin it? Did I just ruin the hair? Yeah, either way, thank you for that. The talented Mr. Griffin says, sup, Josh? Where do you see DC in 5 years? Oh, man. Stuff. Okay, I see DC either rebooted completely and thriving, or doing the same old shit, half in, half out. Some stuff that's tied together, some stuff that's new, no real vision, and a lack of oomph. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I think. It's like they're either going to reboot and it'll be fresh and it'll be good. I suppose it could reboot and not be good, but I don't know. Like I think even a fresh DC that I didn't love would be better than what we have right now. You know, like I'm pretty sure. Like Black Adam comes out. When does Black Adam come out? Black Adam comes out semi soon, right? Guys, I have zero interest in Black Adam. Like I just honestly don't care. So I doubt I'll even see that in theaters. But the Constantine movie that was kind of just announced, where Keanu Reeves is coming back to be John Constantine. Are you kidding me? That is dope, bro. Like that's exciting. We actually watched Constantine over the weekend because Elisa has never seen it. I love that movie, dude. I think that movie's way underrated. It's really, really cool. The lore is fantastic. And everybody loves Keanu Reeves. So I feel like Keanu Reeves' Constantine movie could be more of a hit than Black Adam for sure. So, yeah. Black Adam comes out on my birthday and it bothers me a lot. Interesting. Yeah. No, it's really good. If you've not seen that movie, you should check it out. I think you would like it. Super good. Super good. So, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff coming, man. And look, I got a feeling like Andor could be it. Like, I could love Andor. You know what I mean? Like, I could walk away from Andor and be like, yo, I was wrong to question it. I was totally off base, and Andor is dope. And I'm so dang excited about Andor. And then, you know, maybe we're all set and we're just good. And I'm like, damn, like I see what everybody was talking about. This shit's fire. More of this in Star Wars, please. And then we're all happy again and we're fine and it's good. You know what I mean? That would be sick. You know what I mean? That would be sick. Yeah, we'll just see. Stefan Walter says, did you check out Theory's Vader Cinematic Episode 2? It was sick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already seen that. I'm pretty sure he showed me that a while ago. I mean, maybe it's a new version of it. I'll have to check it out. But, yeah. And I don't even want to say what was in the other one in case it doesn't match up or whatever. But, yeah, I've seen it. Pretty sure. The Ezra news triggered me. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, Ezra. Man, it's going to be pretty interesting to see how the studio handles that. Because I don't think the Ezra news is going away anytime soon, dude. I don't think the Ezra news is going away anytime soon. But anyways, look, we're going to get out of here. Before I get out of here, though, we're not going to do a stream today for Nerd Vengers. We will be streaming on Wednesday. I might have a video out for you guys today. Maybe it'll come out tomorrow. But it is about the bangle from Miss Marvel, the 10 rings, and like kind of deep diving on what I actually think they are and how they tie into Secret Wars. I think it'll be pretty cool. I think you would dig it. So either today or tomorrow on that one. I'd like to get a gaming stream in sometime this week. So I don't know. Maybe we'll find a day for that. But yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out soon. And yeah, either way, man, appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate your time. Thanks for smashing like. Thank you for the commitments, recommitments, the super chats, and everything like that. Elijah says, with another $20 holler, holy shit, man, says, imagine a website with profiles of different film skills and fan producers could easily coordinate a team together. We'd be unstoppable. Once the genie is out of the bottle, your brand could be the face of that resource. Oh, yeah. No, dude, first of all, I mean, again, I appreciate the support, and I understand what you're saying. But I think that, like, it might seem like that's just a super easy thing to figure out and to do. But especially because it would be connected to the brand, it's not something I would take lightly. And so it would require, like, a lot of bandwidth. And right now, man, I just don't have that bandwidth. Like, that's what it is. Like, I just don't. You know? So yeah, I don't really have that energy, but I do foresee that being an option for a lot of people very, very soon. And the other side of this too is I think a lot of these jobs are not going to be as necessary as they were before. Like, as technology improves, I really think a small group of creative people can do something, and they might not even need like a producer. You know what I mean? Like, they might not even need, you know, whatever person you would need to do a Hollywood production, you know? So no, I get what you're saying, but yeah, there's just no way that's gonna happen anytime soon on my end. The Grand Maester Conspiracy is what it's called. Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, it'll be enough of a challenge for me to do all the things I'm doing to try to grow the channel, continue to stream, raise a son, you know, have a good family life, be a good partner, and also get my comic book and possibly my animation out there. Like that's a lot. You know what I mean? That's a lot. Midjourney is working on 3D textures and modelers are on the way out. Then it's fucking over for Hollywood, bro. As soon as that shit happens, like I'm telling you, it's crazy. Which, by the way, Adam, and I should just hit you up on Discord about this, but is there a way to take an image you've already created on Midjourney or an image you haven't on Midjourney and get the AI to like enhance or change it? Like that's kind of what I'm interested in. I wonder if that can be achieved. But what am I going to eat for lunch? Elisa told me already. Oh, I think we're having these like chicken breasts, these like marinated chicken breasts and like some veggies and stuff like that. But yeah. Come to our West Coast to see what small production looks like. Oh yeah, I mean, I see myself taking a lot of trips out there eventually when I get more into production and stuff like that. But like, look, I understand what Elijah is saying, and I think what he's saying is like through the platform and through Nerd Theory, like Theory and myself could really help forge a path forward for people that want to do this. And like, I totally understand the desire to do that. And I think ultimately, like, and maybe I'm reading a little too far into it, but I think what Elijah really wants is for big brands or people that have a platform to really turn against Star Wars currently completely and take all of our energy in a direction of trying to counter that and create our own content and ID or IP. And I'm just not ready to make that jump. You know what I mean? Like, and also like, you know, and this is kind of the more dick face answer, but I kind of like low key think that like, if you really want to figure that shit out, like you'll figure that shit out. Like there's Upwork, there's all these different services, there's LinkedIn, there's ways to network, like there's ways to figure that out. Like if you really want to figure that out, you can figure that out. You know what I mean? Please stop talking about this. I will, but not because you told me still, Bill. Because I want to stop talking about it. So shut your goddamn mouth. Still, Bill. Holy shit. This Still Bill guy. Now I feel like talking about it some more. Now I feel like doing a whole nother hour. Oh shit, thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Pretty Nikki, $10 haul is so generous. Says I'm working, so I'm in and out of the chat. Give Liam well wishes and hugs, brother, and take my money. Hey, thank you so much. That's very, very sweet. I appreciate you. And yeah, look, he's doing good. You know what I mean? He's doing good. He's just got to learn to sleep in the bassinet a little bit more. He can't sleep on me and his mom all the time. Like, that's just not going to work. So, you know, as long as he learns to do that, we're going to be okay. And that it kind of feels like a process. You know, it feels like it's a process that's going to take on that. So we'll get there. All right. Anyways, yeah, he wants those snuggles. Oh, I get it. And I want to snuggle him all day too. But like, we got shit to do. You know what I mean? Starting him in another room now. Oof, I don't know about that. But yeah. I saw, Fernie. That is pretty funny. Oh, dude, if he can sleep in the bed with us, I'd be cool with that. But he can't. We cannot be asleep while he's with us asleep. He can sleep on us, but we can't be asleep. If you're asleep with a newborn in bed, you're doing it wrong. Because that's where bad things happen. You know what I mean? That's awesome, Jedi Mike. But yeah, after like 3 months, he should be much better. Yeah, we got 2 more months. Just got to make it out of 2 more months. That's all. All right, everybody. Much love. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys later on Nerd Theory, maybe in a video, and I'll see you tomorrow as well. How will Dragon Ball and Star Wars mix in a project? Much love. Oh, you'll just have to wait and see. Peace out. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Yeah. Aw, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. I really hope that I enjoy Andor. Yep, that's right. Hope it's real cool. Hope we all like it. Because if I gotta come out there and say, you know what, there's just not enough fun Star Wars things in there, and I gotta hear from all of these whiny ass motherfuckers saying, oh, well, it's about good story, we just want good story, we want good writing, we don't need cameos. You're crazy, bro. Cameos, bro? We talking about cameos, bro? And then I gotta be like, oh, I think it's a little too heavy-handed on the politics. And then I gotta hear all these whiny motherfuckers be like, it's always been political. It's always been political. It's political. I'm gonna lose my finger-licking mind. Holy shit. Fantastic fan base. Fantastic. Fucking. Anyway. Maybe, hopefully. We don't gotta. Let's just, everybody's chill. Calm your tits. Open up your third eye. Watch out for your brown eye.